in this vast world of subtle energy, we are trying to balance the flow of energy through our physical bodies. And in doing so, we discover more about ourselves in ways we really never knew. And through my own personal experience, I have discovered that there are four paths one can take in this beautiful learning process that allows for people to discover more of who they are and how blended we are of all of these particular energies. And the first and the four overall is is balancing our body, mind, soul, and spirit. And you see, we've been working feverishly on body, mind, and spirit, but somewhere along the line, the soul got taken out of the way. And in doing so, we have stepped away from and have allowed ourselves to be pulled away from living a very congruent life, as congruent as feasible in this living this beautiful human life existence. And in our aspect, it is balancing our body, mind, soul, and spirit. And when we are searching for true balance, we are searching for this balance of not just finding the vibrational frequency of peace, love, and joy, but maintaining it, holding on to it, and being able to redirect our own flow of energy within our inner self. Our inner self is our own personal power system. It's what your inner self is made up of, and in a subtle energetic language. And when we understand our own energy language, then we begin to tap into the unconscious part of ourselves that we are not aware of, but is influencing us in ways we did not know before. And those four aspects are in the body. Our body, we understand ourselves by learning our cosmology, the cosmology of ourselves, that at the moment we are born, that we are birthed out into this world, we are imprinted with the energies of these 12 planets that circle and rotate around, or that we rotate around. Understanding our cosmology through this natal birth chart is a massive step in understanding the beauty of you. And it is through the beauty of understanding your mental self, the body and the mind work cohesively. They work in tandem, just as all four aspects, body, mind, soul, and spirit, do. But the mind has more control over the physical body than one would give credit to. And it leads and lends itself into the very fact that when you are in a state of mindfulness, when you are living a state of peace within your mind, when you are understanding that you are a piece of that electromagnetic spectrum, that you have a choice of falling below the line of healthy vibes into the lower, denser, longer, longer and more intense frequencies. Or would you rather be mindful of yourself and live in a more positive way and guide your emotions that naturally come through to us? Because we are living this life's existence, and we guide those beautiful emotions, or rather those difficult emotions, and raise our frequency so that we are now vibing at the high end of our electromagnetic spectrum. We were given that small portion in the center, the visible light spectrum, for a reason. It is to guide us in a mindful way, that we have two choices: to either vibe below that line of healthy vibrational frequency, or vibe above that line, where we find the higher levels of frequencies, the better vibes, the good vibrations that we all are searching for. So when we understand the body is our physical self, that we are imprinted with these energetic patterns that the moment we are born, and we understand this power within us, then we now can begin to guide that in a mindful way to understand more about our inner selves. And that as we are working and walking and navigating in this big, beautiful world, how we are shaping and creating our own reality. And as we go through these processes and we understand the law of attraction through that lens of mindfulness, we begin to create that reality, and we begin to answer, and not only answer, but we just get to discover our own contract of who and what we are on a solar level. SOULAR. We are this beautiful soul, and we are here to expand that beautiful consciousness that is our soul. We are here living this life of whether living incongruently in below the line or living congruently above the line, in peace, love, and joy. We are given these contracts, and we understand how the rest of the world is operating as we are, and that we are in each other's lives specifically to answer these contracts on a soul based level. And it's that understanding the outer world. When we understand our inner world, we understand the outer world, and we begin to see what it is we are searching for, to see, to be, to live, all of the above. That is what living above that line is all about. And as we develop these energetic qualities, as we understand who we are, we then begin to tap into our own sense of consciousness to begin connecting to the spiritual world and consciousness in ways you did not even know truly existed. In fact, if you're like me, you may have made fun of the very people who've been able to do that for a very long time. And here I am. I am no different than you. Sometimes I call myself the average Joe, and because I understand you, and as a on a basis of understanding myself. When we understand these four key elements, that we understand the body, understanding the body, mind, soul, and spirit. We understand the body through that physical and metaphysical lens of subtle energy. We understand our mind through the lens of mindfulness. And we go into our solar contract through the lens of archetypal language, of understanding our archetypal language. When we see the rest of the story of ourselves on an energetic level, what we understand on a cosmology level, on a physical level from the moment we are born, we are also imprinted with energies that are archetypal. And it is through that archetypal lens that many of our soul's contracts are fulfilled. So understanding and learning your archetypal language is huge, and also a lot of fun when you begin to see yourself in this beautiful lens without taking it so seriously, and most importantly, without taking it so negatively. We have all been raised, formatted, and conditioned to live in a state of negativity, when the reality is we are naturally in a state of positivity, and all the crap and chaos in this world keeps pushing us down. And it's through that lens of our solar contract that the rest of the world is involved in that we are pushing ourselves to expand our souls into and within that beautiful lens of conscious expansion, of consciously expanding our spirituality into a universal level of spirituality, where you get to be you and I get to be me, because through this mindfulness, I understand why we are here, what we are doing, and how we can do and make this better for all. And it is when we understand that very point, that we are all in this together, we then begin to see ourselves in this lens of universal spirituality. And that is the lens for everything that we are doing. We want all to expand, taking our beautiful divine conscious selves by understanding our body, our mind, our spirit, our soul, and our spirit, and balancing them and aligning them in a way that we now understand that you get to be you and I get to be me, and we need our individuality in order to expand universally. We are searching and seeking to expand our conscious selves so that we can raise the vibe of the collective in a stronger, more cohesive way. Because as the world becomes more chaotic, our soul and our mission is even more seriously at stake. So we must understand that we are collectively fighting that negative energy on a collective, universal earth basis as much as we are on an individual and personal basis. And one cannot happen without the other, my dear friends. We are here to expand our divine conscious spirituality. Understand this is the age of subtle energy. Understand that you must learn your inner self and the power system that is you, that is beautiful, that is all that it needs to be. You are enough. You are always enough. And understand the world as you would like it to be. And as we become combined together, we begin to create a whole new world where we are now seeing that the feminine and masculine energies are just as important to one another as they are important to each other. It is just as important for us to understand our feminine energy and masculine energies in order to push ourselves further to where it is you'd like to go. Where is it you're looking to go? You have all that you need when you search and seek to balance your body, mind, soul, and spirit. And when you are vibing at that level in spirit, you can see through your own energetic reading, through your own aura that is circulating around you, that the life force energy flowing through you and the energy circling around you in your own human energy field is vibing at these high rates of peace, love, and joy. That is how we accomplish that. Are you ready? Are you ready to begin this journey? Then come join me. Please drop me a line, find me on social media, The Conscious Adult, and let's get this going, because we do have all that we need in order to come together collectively and raise the conscious vibe of the collective. Thank you.